Let me just make a very quick comment, because my colleague here talked about development and that we have a lot of projects in development in Central Kenya. And I didn't want that to pass without me commenting on it, because yes, I know, but just a quick one, because you know, it may create the wrong impression. But the truth is that yes, there are development projects which have been initiated in Mount Kenya region. That is true. The question has been, are they enough? You know, do they serve right now to satisfy the people? And I think that's a major question, even this agitation that you're hearing. Right. And what we would be saying, and we are saying, is that yes, we know they are there, they're ongoing, some will be completed. Due to one, pressure. Okay. Our place has a lot of, we are highly populated, densely populated. And so it is not possible for everyone to feel it. But continuously in the long run, once it has been probably completed and more done, and I think the agitation should be, can we have more in specific areas with a structured way, then I think it would be better. But, but the impression that has been created in the media, not by Kajwang necessarily, because there has been tweets flying all over and on WhatsApp platforms that, oh, Mount Kenya region are complaining, they have so much. It is not true. Actually, in the last allocations, so for the last 5 years, that it's not the mainstream media, but social media. Yes, for the last 5 years, actually, we are the one region that has received the least of devolved funds, as cumulatively as a group on the ratio of population. But that's a debate for another day.
Okay, okay. Of course, the formula has been different, looking at the poverty levels of different regions, and therefore regions that are considered more poor have had a higher share, just a higher share.
You know, Sam, and I know Senator Wamatangi is the one who set the agenda for you know, this discussion on revenue share and using population and the census. And I've seen a lot of Johnny Come-Latelys trying to take over what Wamatangi had started. I mean, it's a legitimate grievance, even for those of us who come from the other side close to the lake, because we are also very densely populated, and we don't see the figures coming reflecting the population density that we have in those areas. But remember that as a proportion of the national budget, our last budget was 2 trillion plus. But how much did we send to counties? 320 billion. What percentage is that? That is just about 15% of the national budget. And if then we were to accept the assertion that the Mount Kenya region has not benefited proportionately from that national government budget, the next question would be, where does that money go to? And then it will lead us to the situation we were in at some point, when we were saying that probably the level of corruption in this country is so high that instead of this money trickling down into projects, it is going into personal pockets, maybe to the pockets of people who have ambitions for 2022. If that money is not going to the Mount Kenya region, then it should be going somewhere. Is it going to Northeastern? Is it going to Western? Is it going to Nyanza? Is it going to the coast? That then must be the big question that we must focus on. And
I'm sure we'll have a detailed discussion in regards to that, and I'm sure I'll be inviting some of you, especially from the Senate, so that we can deal with facts, not just wishes.
By the way, Kituku, that's a very important discussion that we need to have, and especially because we are about to undertake two very important activities. One, that is the review of the formula, and remember the CRA advertised for public participation in review of the formula. And so if we hold that debate here, so that it can be enlightening to the people, so that everyone can know what the facts and the truth is. And secondly, another important activity we are about to hold is the census, according to the Constitution. This is the 10th year, and it is nigh from 2009. And before we undertake the census, we need to also voice out what the realities are, what happened in the past, and what should not happen in the future, and so that we can get this correct.
All right, I promise you that we'll have that discussion. We now want to take a very short break, so that when we return, we'll be winding up on the news review, but specifically to talk about the situation with the national schools. We see a report of the Auditor General saying that national schools do not have sufficient resources, and then also with the crisis at Mbagathi Hospital, looking at the whole agenda of health. Stay tuned. You can text us your views on 22422, or you can tweet us at Citizen TV Kenya, and at Sam Gituku. The hashtag to use is Daybreak. You're back in a moment.